Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be showing you a blue velvet smoky eye using the Anastasia Beverly Hills artist palette. This is what it looks like. Let's get started. So I'm going to be starting with the Smashbox photo finish primer water, and I'm going to spray all over my face, and then the Too Faced prime and poreless. I am going to be dotting it in the center of my face and then blend it in with my fingers. For foundation, I am going to be using the Nars Sheer Glow foundation, and I'm going to dot it all over my face and blend it in with a beauty blender. And I believe my shade in this is Syracuse. Don't quote me on that because I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but Syracuse, something like that. All the product used I'm going to be putting in the description box along with the shade. All blended, so I just want to make sure everything is blended nice and even under my neck, on my ears and forehead as well. For concealer, I am going to be using the Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Light Medium. First, I am going to warm it in with my finger just a little bit, and then I am going to blend it in with my beauty blender. And I love this concealer because it blends really quickly, and you can have like a light coverage as well as full coverage with this concealer, so you can build it in. To set up my concealer, I am going to be using the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I am going to be using the banana shade to set up everything under my eyes. And for contour, I am going to be using the Smashbox 3 Steps Contour Sticks. For highlight, I am going to be using the highlight sticks, and I'm going to put it on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my chin, and a little bit on the jawline. And then for contour, I'm going to be using the contour stick, put it on my forehead, on the sides of my nose, and also on the hollows of my cheeks and my jawline. To blend my contour, I am going to be using a Morphe brush. This is the G3. And I'm going in with circular motion. And this is like a precise kind of brush where you can go in detail on your face. And it may seem like I'm being rough with my skin, but I'm not being rough. This is just edited, so don't judge me. It's because it's going fast forwarding, so it's going fast. And don't forget, whenever you're doing contour, to blend it in into your neck, because it makes a hell of a difference when you blend it into your neck. Trust me. To blend out my highlighted areas, I am going to be using a beauty blender, and I like to use a highlighter underneath my contour just so everything is like sharp. To blend out my contour and highlight, I am going to be using a Morphe G8, and I am going to go all over my face just so everything is like nice and smooth and blended and I don't have any harsh line. And I know, my nose contour might not be the best one out there, but this is what I'm working on now, so I'm trying to improve it. And for blush, I am going to be using the Nars Virtual Domination Cheek Palette, and it may seem like I'm putting a lot, but I love me some blush because blush is the only thing that fade away like right away, so give me some blush and I'll be happy. you know? And yes, I barely smile when I'm putting blush because when you smile, it may causes wrinkles, and I don't want my blush to be patchy. No, that's not the look. We're not going for that, girl. Now I am blending everything in with the Morphe G7. From the same NARS palette, I am going to be highlighting with the Morphe M438 on the highest points of my cheeks and also on top of my brow. To prime my eyes, I am going to be using the Smashbox 24-hour shadow primer to prime my entire eye along with the lower lash line. I also set it with the Anastasia Banana shade from the contour kit and from the Urban Decay Naked Basics in a Morphe brush M441. I am going to be taking that in windshield wiper promotion into my crease. Just going back and forth because this is going to be my transition shade. From the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette, I am going to be taking Kohl on a Morphe brush M505 and I am going to be working that into the socket of my eye. Just a little bit in the socket of my eye, but also in the outer corner. Again, using windshield wiper motion, but concentrated into the outer V of my eye too. And this palette for me is very pigmented, so this is why I'm working little by little, especially because this is a black eyeshadow and all that I'm taking from this palette are kind of like darker colors, so I'm working little by little because it is really pigmented. To me, it is better if I work, little by little than just rather putting all the shadows into my eye and then just blend it in. No, I rather work little by little and then just blend it in like I'm doing right now with the Morphe M433. Now I am just taking a little piece of the Scotch tape and putting into my eyes so at the end I have a sharp, clean line. Then again, I'm intensifying the look with Kohl and a Morphe M505, just putting into the outer corners and then just blending it in again with the Morphe M433. Then just blending a little bit more, and then when you're tired, just blend it a little bit more. And then when your arms are about to fall, just blend a little bit more, and then it'll be perfect. Now I am taking Blue Velvet on a Morphe brush G20 and I am placing that on my lid using packing motion, and I do go over a little bit over my lid because my lid is kind of small, so and I am not taking the blue shadow all the way into the inner lid. Kind of I go from middle lid to the outer lid because I'm going with another color in there, a lighter color. Now I am taking beigely with the same Morphe brush G20 and I am packing that into the inner lid and also putting a little bit into the inner corners as well, just, to highlight that area. And with that lighter shade, I'm just going over the Blue Velvet just a little bit so that whenever we blend into the shadow later on, everything is nice and smooth and you don't have like a straight line between the Blue Velvet and the beige shadow. And here I am just blending away with the Morphe brush M433 again so that we don't have any harsh line. Just blend, then just blend a little bit more, and then just to be precise, a little bit more, and then you're done. Then just taking the brush that comes in the artist palette, I'm taking Buttery and I'm just putting that into the brow bone, just to highlight my brow bone. Now I am taking the Scotch tape off and look at the edges of my eyes. I mean, it hurts a little bit, but it's worth it. At the end, it is worth it. Because now you have a sharp, really defined look. I mean, look at it. It is clean. It is sharp. Now I am taking the Gilr Refined eyeliner and I am just going to tightline on my upper lash line. I don't want to do like any wing liner or anything. I'm just highlighting just so that you can barely see it. And for mascara, I am taking the L'Oreal Carbon Black Mascara, and I am doing a few coats of mascara. And now for my lower lash line, I am taking the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics. I am taking Primal on a Morphe brush M508, and I am going to put that into the outer corner, and then I'm just smudging that away. Going from outer corner to kind of the mid lid. I am also taking a little bit of the blue velvet and connected it with my outer V. Now with the same brush, I am taking beigely and buttery, and I am connecting that with the blue velvet, just smoking that out. I'm going from inner corner to outer corner. Now I am taking the Rimmel London Exaggerate eyeliner, and this is in the shade 213 in the nude, and moving right along because this is really scary, so I don't want to scare you away. So just putting that into my waterline. Now for my lower lash mascara, I am taking the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara and doing a few coats of mascara into my lower lash line. And now it is onto my lips, so I'm taking the NYX liner pencil in the color A49 Beige. I am lining my lips but also filling them in. And now I am taking Nars Rigogene Satin Lip Pencil, and I am putting that in the center of my lower lips and upper lips. And because I'm a classic glossy girl, I'm taking the Loreal Rock and Red Hot Gloss in the shade Rock and Roll. And because the tape took away a little bit of my concealer, I am going to go over my concealer with the banana shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. And then also I am putting a little bit more of the highlight, but now I am taking the Benefit What's Up and then just blend it in with the Morphe G2. And now to finalize the look, I am taking a Morphe brush G7 and again blending everything in. I mean, you can never blend enough when it's a smoky eye, so. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.